Hello everyone, I am with Big Dick Donger Kim, of course, boss legend, Heads Up No Limit player. Now we want to talk a little bit about this AI challenge. I'm sure you've talked ad nauseum about it, but for those who missed it, you've already been up against a computer before and bested it. This time you guys ended up losing, but it was really interesting for everyone to watch for sure. I want to first talk about how did this whole challenge get started and how did you guys choose the 5 guys who were your team?
How we got started? Well, about a couple of years ago, CMU reached out looking for some of the top heads-up players at the time, and we were able to create a team of 4 of us then, and a couple of us weren't able to make it this year, but it was another 4, or sorry, just previous 2 and another 2 of our friends. So we were pretty happy that we all kind of knew each other beforehand, and the professor kind of just thought that we were fit for the challenge.
The evil empire, why not? These are the guys to beat for sure in the human world. Well, it was interesting because during the challenge, the guys who created the algorithms, the computer, were saying that they weren't really going to tell you guys what was going on, but that there was all these adjustments happening all the time as you guys were playing. While you guys were sleeping, the computer was busy creating new algorithms and refiguring out what to do against you guys. So tell me a little bit for you guys what it felt like playing, and then afterwards, did he release any information about what his whole strategy was?
Yeah, for the most part, we knew what the AI was capable of. We had a very good idea, read some of their papers, but while we were playing, we didn't expect to be losing so much, and that was a tough part. It wasn't necessarily like dealing with AI itself, but it was more the constant losing, like basically losing every day, and like team morale was pretty down, and so it was tough. The AI played really well, and like I think it's world class.
So tell me a little bit then for you guys, were there some adjustments that you felt like you could take from Libratus and add into your own game? I know that Jason and you both said like playing human beings is going to be such a joke now because playing Libratus was so hard.
Yeah, there are a lot of good things that I would like to incorporate into my game, but it's the execution's really tough. Like, it has these really great strategies, but like it's also a mixed strategy. So the moment you do one thing a little bit too much, then you're already too exploitable. So it's going to be pretty hard to mimic or emulate in general. So we'll see. I'll take the simple ones.
I know one thing for sure that they were talking about was a lot of overbetting, which is something that's not particularly popular, I guess, right now for most normal regs. So is that something that you guys have managed to mix in your game now?
It definitely should be. It overbets more than anyone I've ever. Yeah. If it was like a human player, we would have thought it was a complete fish, to be honest, because it just does it so much. But it just actually, when it overbets, it actually bluffs a lot, whereas like most people don't tend to bluff. Yeah, it just bluffs a lot. That bot AI just bluffs a lot.
And I read that you guys were saying that it makes no sense ever. Like as soon as it gets some sort of pattern or something, as soon as you see it doing something, it immediately does something completely opposite the next time.
Maybe not completely opposite, but it does change. It does change. So it was really difficult for us to play. Like we would bring a strategy, and like it would be good for the day of, and then the next day it would bring something new to the table, and like we were not ready for that. So it was overall really tough.
But you know what? We're human beings, so here we are, adapting, growing, changing, and also the humans had to make that thing, right? So we're fine.
We're fine. If you're fine. Right.
We're gonna be fine. They're not taking over the world. This guy's gonna take over the world. The evil empire, guys. Get it together. All right, well, we didn't have very much time. I want to talk more, but there's tons out there. You guys did a Q&A on Reddit. You guys can read up on it. Super fascinating. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
DK, Sarah Herring. You're on PokerNews.com.